Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Ben. Welcome back to the channel. Surprisingly enough, we're out doing some spring camping today. And spring camping being what it is, the forecast called for highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s when we left, with a slight chance of rain overnight last night. That obviously turned into snow, and lots of it. Which means today is going to be a down day at camp, and it's the perfect opportunity to bring you all along for what's going to be an incredible campfire cooking meal. It's going to take some time. We're going to slow braise some beef, and we're going to make some birria tacos. Let's do it. That'll do. Now, as always with campfire cooking, it is vitally important that we build up that nice hot bed of coals to work with before you even get started cooking. So we're gonna spend some time tending to this fire, especially because this birria that we're gonna be making is gonna be a long duration braise. The cast iron's gonna be over the coals for maybe 3 to 4 hours today. So given that and the fact that it's snowing, we really want to tend to the fire and get it ripping and roaring before we go any further. Now, while we're working on getting the fire going, it's a perfect time to grab a beer. This is Hoppy Hiker from Alvarado Street Brewing. It's going to be an awesome IPA, and it's going to be perfect for what we're cooking up today. Oh yeah, that's great. Cheers, guys. All right, the fire is tended to. We are working on building up that hot bed of coals. In the meantime, let's talk about exactly what we've got going on today. We're making birria tacos. And if you haven't had birria tacos, what have you been doing with your life? How are you living with yourself? Because these things are absolutely life-changing. Best tacos in the world. I love them. What we're making today is technically birria de res. Because we're using beef short rib. It's what was on sale at Safeway. You could use chuck roast, you could use just about anything here. The point is that we're gonna braise it, we're gonna slow cook it. It's gonna get super tender, melt in your mouth, delicious. I think traditional birria is maybe made with goat, something like that. Also, full disclosure, I'm just a white guy that loves tacos. I don't know how authentic my way of doing it is, but it turns out with pretty freaking phenomenal tacos. So that's all I care about. The key to making good birria is the broth, or the consomé. This is what we're gonna slow cook the beef in. It's also what we're going to dip the tacos in. You could also take a cup of it and just drink it. It is that good. And this is a time where really doing a little bit of prep work at home makes a world of difference. So the base to the broth is this sort of chili sauce that I made. It's beef broth that I used to rehydrate some dried chilies. We've got guajillo, pasilla, and chile de árbol, along with a couple of chipotles and adobo sauce. All of that gets blended up into just this beautiful, delicious, absolutely gorgeous base of our broth. Additionally, we're gonna go in with some oregano, some cumin, some salt and pepper, some white onion, and of course, some garlic. It's really as simple as that. There's not a whole lot that goes into it. The magic happens in this slow simmer over the campfire. Giving these short ribs the time to really cook down, to get just melt in your mouth tender, it's gonna be phenomenal. So let's get right into it. All right, so at this point, we've got ourselves a pretty nice hot bed of coals. I've gone ahead and put the cooking grate on top of the Snow Peak fire pit here and the cast iron on so that it can start getting hot, because the first thing we're gonna wanna do is sear our meat. And pretty soon we'll be ready to do that. So, short ribs here, bone in, you can do boneless. The bones in this braising process are gonna be really nice though. Let's just get in here, hit these with some salt and pepper. We want to try to get sort of all of them, all sides. Let's see, we want to come in with just a little bit of oil. And while we got the short ribs searing, we want to go ahead and get our onion going. Beautiful. These are gonna fully break down, so a rough chop here is totally acceptable. Try to keep them on the cutting board though. Yeah, that'll be plenty good. Now these also are gonna fully break down in this long braise that we're doing here. So we don't gotta get too crazy. We just wanna make sure we get the skins off of there, which is hard to do when your fingers are this cold. Not as easy as it looks. How nice do those look? Oh, that's gonna be great. We'll trade places with the onions now. All right, now we'll go in with some oregano, Mexican oregano if you've got it, ideally. Here's some cumin. A couple of bay leaves. A little bit more salt and pepper. We're gonna let that simmer now for the next 3-4 hours until those short ribs are just melt in your mouth, delicious, fall off the bone, and then we'll pick you back up and we'll make these tacos and it'll be dinner time. All right, so this has been on the campfire for about the last 3 or so hours. And oh, the smell here is just absolutely incredible. Everything's falling right off the bone. That's exactly what we want to see here. And oh man, this just feels so tender if we come in here and give this first little piece a chop. Okay. I gotta do it. I can't wait. Oh my God. That is exactly what we wanted. Wow. That is absolutely incredible. That's exactly what we wanted. The meat is fall apart tender, melt in your mouth. You get a little bit of the spice from the chili. You get the smokiness. Oh, it's just packed full of flavor. So I'll tell you what we'll do now. We'll finish getting this meat shredded apart. We'll get the flat top on the campfire to get the tortillas and the rest of this to come together. And Pretty soon here we'll be eating tacos. Let's do it. There we go. Oh man, this is absolutely incredible smelling. All right, we'll call that pretty good here. Tell you what, we've got our consomé. Let's go straight back in there. Let these guys just keep soaking. Soak up all that goodness. Yeah, now we're talking. All right, now we start to bring these tacos together. We've got corn tortillas here. Go ahead and get these open. It's a little bit harder than usual because my hands are so cold. All right, now check out what we do here. We've got our consommé with our meat in it. We're gonna come in and we're just gonna dip all of these. Dip them real nice like that. Now we go to the flat top. All right, double up the tortilla. We're making 3 tacos. Ooh, that's heavy. Just like that. All right, the weather did not make it easy on us. It's been raining, it's been snowing. It is so freaking cold out here, but we got it done. We made Campfire queso birria tacos that are just absolutely incredible. It's time to dive right in. And don't be shy, these are made to be messy. Absolutely smothered in that consommé. Oh, so freaking good. Oh, I got no words. You guys have to try these. The perfect meal for a day spent at camp. It doesn't take too much effort. It just takes time. Time on the campfire to get that short rib or whatever meat you're using to be just fall apart, melt in your mouth tender. Hot dang. There you have it, folks. case of Birria Tacos right here on the campfire. What can I say? No one else is cooking it up at camp like we are. Get out there, explore somewhere, make some freaking badass camp food, and we'll catch you next time.